actually in India a couple of years ago, and I went down to Varanasi for the first time in almost 20 years since my first trip to India. And I don't know if you know Samuel Salisbury, really sweet violin player, student and musician in the Cleveland area. And he was in Varanasi for months studying sarangi with one of these, ancient sarangi, one of the, 18th generation classical Indian families. And I was like, oh, I'm here for a couple of weeks. Maybe I could come in and get a couple singing lessons with your guy or something, because I'd like to learn something while I'm here. And since I'm not really a singer, I just like to sing. I'm not actually trained in anything. So I thought, maybe I could pick up a thing or two. And so I went with him to one of his lessons. And while he's tuning up, he had talked with this guy and he said, sure, bring your friend in, da-da-da. So while Samuel is tuning up his sarangi, which takes like an hour, the guy looked at me and said, sing me something, just sing me something. So I broke out my little David Estes mini harmonium and I sang something for 5 minutes. And at the end, he looked at me and he said, you have a nice voice, you should record. I was like, sorry? He's like, you have a nice voice, you should record. And I was like, okay, I was just taking lessons maybe to pick up a thing or two. And he's like, no. So basically, he set up a week later, we got into the studio. Varanasi's a music town. And so there's a bunch of, and he's one of the maestros in town. So he just, pulled a couple strings, pulled a band of young players together. So we got pakawaj drums, tabla drums, sitar, and this guy, Pandit G. Mishra, playing the sarangi. And me, and we just all got into the studio and just laid down basic tracks of these, 5 or 6 tunes that I knew were going to be on this next record, whenever it happened. I wasn't expecting to start it then. And then all of a sudden, we were starting the record.